What's going on, ladies and gents, and welcome to Pokemon Quest, something I talked about in my last video. I'm really excited to play some Pokemon Quest for you guys on the Switch, something I've been playing for quite a while. Now, a bit of an issue, I don't know how to audio balance properly, and this game was literally like, it was so loud, sorry. So what I have to do here, I'm just doing a bit of a post commentary just to let you know that this first part that I'm kind of skipping through is really just the beginning. It's a tutorial, it's a walkthrough tutorial. Feel free to watch any other YouTuber intro, it's super simple. But essentially Pokemon Quest is a, I don't want to say turn-based game. It's a Pokemon that auto-attacks. You have a team that you control their moves. And so it's kind of like you're a Pokemon trainer and you're controlling the Pokemon's actions. That's kind of a way to summarize it. This game is super detailed, super intricate. I'm going to try my best to explain as much as possible as we go along. I'll get to a point where I just kind of start repeating myself, and at that point just ignore me. Okay, cool. I'm going to start the video right when I figure out my audio is way too loud and bring it down, and in the future I'll still bring it down a little bit more, but hope you enjoy. And if you do want to see more of this, hit that like button and leave a comment below and subscribe. Love you guys. Bye. Enjoy. Let's go ahead and put that Power Stone probably on my highest attacker here. Bulbasaur, I would like to get Vine Whip. Now let me show you a couple things. So we saw the Power Charms here. We saw this is the interface for the Power Charms. Again, this is the move. If you click on it, it gives you more details about the move. And you can see these are the stones that I was talking about. I'll elaborate as we acquire the stones, but essentially they are stones that modify the attacks themselves. This is your layout. Every Pokemon is equipped with 9 variations. There's a limit to most Pokemon, but depending on the Pokemon's nature, it can have certain traits. So for example, Chansey has a lot more HP than attack, obviously. Pokemon like Starmie have a lot more attack typically than HP. And this Bulbasaur is fairly well rounded. It's a 5-4, which means it has 5 attacking. You can see these are attack stones. So it has 5 slots here and 4 HP ones. Currently I only have 2 open slots, and as you level up all the way up to level 100, you unlock all the stones. Now these 3 things on the here are called, these 3 things on the side are called bonuses, specifically bingo bonuses. And you can see a Pokemon's bingo bonus. And bingo works like bingo in real life. You connect any 3 in any direction, horizontally or vertically, and you attain a bonus, up to 3 bonuses. On this Bulbasaur here, we click this little icon. This gives you more detailed stats about the Pokemon itself. So this Bulbasaur has every KO. So again, this is all dependent on if I have 3 Power Stones unlocked in a row. I currently don't. But the first one will be healing with KO, so I get 2% of my health back when I knock out an opponent. I have 100% or 100 points to resisted poison, which I believe means I can't be poisoned. And then HP 550, so I have an additional 550 HP as a bonus once I unlock it. All the other stats here, so you know, crit hit damage is 5.3 because of this stone, which obviously adds 5.3 crit damage. But let's go ahead and go to the Pidgey and the Rattata here. Pidgey has a 103 attack, and this Rattata has 128, so I'm going to go ahead and put this stone. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. Pidgey doesn't have an offensive move. Oh, sorry, Rattata only has Focus Energy, which actually doesn't do any damage. It clearly raises its own damage. If I had this stone right here, this blue one, it's called the Sharing Stone. When you equip it on any of these 3 slots, or all 3 of these slots, it actually shares that ability with the other Pokemon, which is something late game you will absolutely need 150 bajillion%. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and bulk up this Pidgey a little bit. Let's take on our first expedition by ourselves. I'll show you training as we get there. And yeah, actually, let's go here to the ticket area. I'm going to show you the DLC stuff so you can see what that looks like. This is the pack that I would most likely get. It's called the Expedition 3 Pack Bundle. It's about $40 Canadian. And it includes all 3 of these packs, and additional stuff. And you get these bonus Pokemon. The Nidoran have a special move called Flatter, which is really, really strong. And Lapras and Snorlax, they're kind of shitty, but you also get 300 bonus tickets, and again allows you up to 190 PM tickets, or I'll show you here, these tickets a day. You can also go ahead and buy these for money, but you get so many in the game, please don't buy them, they're not worth it. Yes, decorations are things that increase certain parts of your base. Some of these are exclusive to DLC, like there's ones here below that are exclusive to DLC, I believe. But these are the ones, the cushions, you want to buy them right away. They increase the size of your drops by 1.5 times, which means you get more red drops, which is, you really want the cushions. The cushions are a great investment early game because you get more ingredients faster, which allows you to get more items quicker and more Pokemon quicker, especially the ones that you want. So I have 350. Pikachu Surfboard is a good one because you can actually attract more Pokemon. When you cook, you can actually have multiple Pokemon, up to 3 come at a time. The Mewtwo Arch is something you definitely want to save because that the DLC automatically bumps you from 5 battery charges to 8. And then the Mewtwo Arch bumps you up by 1, so you can get up to 9. The Ditto Balloon's also a very good one because when you're changing moves, you want them to be as successful as possible. For now, I think I'm going to hold off. I might get a Planter. Yellow or blue, one of the two will be very, very useful. I'll figure it out, depending again, if we decide to go and do that. Also, you can get expansions up to, what is that? Yeah, up to 300 and up to 300 in both. You can just buy those through PM tickets, so that's every day you can upgrade your storage once if you don't have DLC, for example. Anyways, let's get into this. Let's do our expedition here, and let's go ahead and destroy this. So I'm going to go ahead and use Rattata's Focus Energy now. We're going to get to a Pokemon eventually. Eventually. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use those 2 moves. Bulbasaur, I don't want to be too close. Mainly because it's grass Pokemon, and grass doesn't do too well with flying Pokemon. So I got to be careful there. Go ahead and use Gust and Tackle. There we go. Got a couple more Pokemon in the area. I'm going to go ahead and Focus Energy on the Rattata. Do a little more damage there. Did 313 crit. That's awesome early game. You'll eventually be doing crits of like 80, 90, 100,000. So, not so great early game, but late game, you need to get... Well, crits are important. They're not critical, but no pun intended, but they are important. Let's go ahead and Tackle there. There we go. And we're going to use Gust. Ooh, Bulbasaur got burned a little bit there. Where's my Pidgey? Pidgey, help. Uh-oh. I missed my Tackle. That was not good. Focus Energy on Rattata, Gust on there. Take out that Growlithe quickly. You can see, eventually you get to a point where your Pokemon can learn certain, will have the ability and have the access to certain stones that actually allow you to heal on hit, which are super important. Again, as we get late game or into the end game, you'll see more of that. I'll explain more as we go along. The game has so many cool features that I really feel people could benefit from. Definitely worth looking into and playing, for sure. Definitely. And it's a free game, so why not try it, right? What do you have to lose? Your time? Your time's not that valuable, okay? You can play a game. Alright, now Abra is a super easy boss because Abra shouldn't have any offensive moves, as far as I'm aware. Oh shoot, I teleported. Oh, and there goes Rattata. So Rattata's out of the mix right now. However, it will respawn, it just takes a little while. I'm going to tackle Abra again. And use Gust, then totally miss, which is... Actually, no, I did hit a little bit. Ah, there we go, and Abra's dead. So you can see Rattata was about 60% there of respawning, so if I waited another probably about 5 to 10 seconds, it would have respawned. And there we go, everyone leveled up. And we got another Sturdy Stone. We can throw that on Rattata so it can be a little bit tankier because Rattata does have the lowest HP right now. Now it's going to tell me about the boss. Yeah, okay. We're we're gonna go ahead and throw. We're gonna open up Rattata's Power Stones here, or Power Charm, excuse me. We're gonna go ahead and throw this on Rattata. Perfect. Give it some strength. Give it some HP. Some HP. And oh, so you can see here in the bottom right corner, the pot is actually done cooking. Something you want to super manage. You do not want to you don't want to be not cooking something. If you go on expeditions and you don't cook your food, you're essentially wasting the opportunity to get better Pokemon or more Pokemon or training Pokemon, for example. So this is a true hot pot. This can be any fire Pokemon. Growlithe preferred, but I got a Ponyta. It can't be shiny, which would be kind of cool to start off with a shiny Pokemon. Oh, it's a Vulpix, excuse me, not a Ponyta. Now this is not great, but not end of the world. It has Flame Charge, which boosts its own attack, and it has Ember, which is not too bad. You can see, however, it is totally focused on HP, as overall it only has one attacking slot, so this Vulpix is not very good. However, that being said, I'm going to take it with me because it's still better than either Pidgey or Rattata. Now I'm going to show you how to quickly switch your team over. Rattata is definitely my weakest because it doesn't have an offensive move, it only has Focus Energy. Now if you have a whole bunch of stones here, you probably know that you can just press this little button and it'll automatically remove all the stones, so don't worry about taking each individual stone out, just press this little button down here and it'll clear all of them. Now, Rattata's still on my team. I'm going to go ahead and drag Rattata out and drag Vulpix in. So you can see my score here. I'll just show you. This is your team score. With Rattata, 804. It doesn't have any stones, but 804. And Vulpix bumps that up to 825. So that's definitely an upgrade. And it still has room for charms. So we hopefully should be around 900, give or take. And let's see, out of the curiosity, what this Vulpix's bonuses are. Not bad. The resistance to burn is kind of silly. There's not many fire Pokemon. HP on this Vulpix definitely don't need. Fire type moves weight decrease is okay. Nothing phenomenal. But either way, 897, we should be able to take on the boss here. The boss isn't too difficult. But we're going to go ahead and put something in here. 1, 2, 3, here. Now this is a water recipe to bring water Pokemon specifically, not blue, water Pokemon, because blue can be like an Oddish, for example, and Oddish is kind of blue. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to cook there. I'm hoping for a Staryu. Now, funny enough, my favorite Pokemon is Staryu and Starmie. In this game, Starmie is one of the most overpowered Pokemon in the game, so it's by pure coincidence that my favorite is also one of the strongest in the game. So I hope people who play this game aren't going to be coyed into thinking that I'm coy to the meta. I totally understand what the meta is. I actually just really like Staryu and Starmie, so bear with me while I use those Pokemon because I love them, alright? I love them Pokemons. So, we're going to go ahead and Flame Charge there, boost Vulpix's attack. We're going to go ahead and Gust and Tackle. We're also going to go ahead and use Ember here. Yeah. Ember does have a chance to burn, which is nice. It's always good because that can reduce Pokemon's attack. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And there we go, took out that Pokemon there. I'm going to go ahead and use Flame Charge when I have an opportunity, when it recharges here. There we go. We're going to go ahead and use Tackle. And Gust. Nice. Now we're going to go ahead and use Ember there. We're going to wait for I was just waiting for a whole bunch of Pokemon to show up. They can do this as well, where a whole bunch of Pokemon will kind of spawn in a horde. Don't be alarmed, they're usually weaker as a whole. There we go. They're usually weaker, so you can kind of annihilate them as a group. Just use any area of effect attacks, and they'll do pretty well. Charge that. Charge the duo. Throw a Gust on there. Easy work, easy work. I'm going to go ahead and Petal Dance there. Ember. Nice. Now we're going to Gust. Actually, we don't even need the Gust. This would kill naturally pretty quickly. There you go. I'm going to Flame Charge and Tackle and Gust. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and hit it with an Ember. Oh, missed the Ember. There you go. Alright, we got a couple more Pokemon here. Let's go ahead and Gust them. Go ahead and throw down a Flame Charge and Petal Dance. Do some area of effect damage. I'm just going to hit him with an Ember. Can we hit? Oh, just missed. There we go. Nice hit. Nice hit. Alright, now we got the boss Pokemon here, which is actually going to be semi-difficult because it's actually on our level. I will have to be kind of mindful. But Raticate shouldn't be too bad. Just gotta watch out for its main attack. Alright, so I'm just making sure I know the button for Flee, just in case. Tackle here and Flee. Flee. So what I was trying to do is trying to avoid the damage by Raticate by fleeing. But I should be okay. I'm gonna go ahead and Petal Dance here. Try to take out a whole bunch of the Pokemon. And hit with Ember. Nice. And then I'm going to Petal Dance once more and Gust. Missed the Gust, but that's okay. Let's do an Ember there. And a Tackle. Bring it back in the fray. Gust should finish it. There we go. And that's our first boss on Tumblecube Island. And that's the first world. Fairly simple. Within about half an hour you can really tackle this game. So yeah, that's about it. You can see Pidgey leveled up. And as you level up, you unlock more of the progress towards each Power Stone, so you can actually use more Power Stones. The effect of Poison. Poison, Confusion, and Paralyze are very strong in this game, especially in the early game. So every time you beat a boss on these islands, you get a statue, and these statues typically allow Pokemon under a certain level to gain quicker XP, which is just an easy way to level up Pokemon that are a little bit lower than you, but you want to bring them up. So in this case, Pokemon up to level 5 can actually get increased experience, so they level up a little bit faster than normal. And you can actually put these on your camp as well if you care. I don't personally care for those. We can see that's completed, and we're going to unlock 3 more here, and these are going to be how we're going to progress. So I need about 1,000 team experience there, about 1,100 there. And I'll show you what an interesting fact about them here. Now you can see here, it's called Gloomy Grove. The bonus type. Bonus type is essentially the super effective for the area. So Gloomy Grove is going to be a lot of grass Pokemon or bug Pokemon. And Fire is going to do more damage and take less damage. So if you go in with a team of all Fire Pokemon, you're going to get an additional bonus type. And each of those individual Fire Pokemon do more damage and receive less damage. Same goes for this area here, which is the Backforth Brook, which means there's a lot of water Pokemon, so grass is going to be effective. Obviously I have Bulbasaur, so that means I get a bonus there as well. Now, one thing to explain with this little circle here, it changes with every area. So what this means, this is an indication of how many proportionally of the ingredients you're going to get. So in Gloomy Grove, the majority of the ingredients you're going to get are going to be yellow based, then gray, and a small percentage of red and blue. And on Backforth Brook, majority is blue, so the blue ingredients, a little bit of yellow, or a good chunk of yellow, and then small red and gray there. So that's something you want to keep in mind too if you're farming and looking for a certain Pokemon or a certain team of Pokemon that you want. Look at the area that you're farming and look at what the distribution and proportion of the ingredients that you're going to receive from this area, and keep that in mind as well. And I think just because we're going to be running out here and I kind of want to work on some Pokemon off screen here, I'm going to show you one thing in this area, which is the training. So you can see this is still going up here. It takes 2 turns. You can take up to, I believe, 8 or 9 turns depending on the quality of the ingredients and the quality of the recipe. The more rare ingredients you put into the recipe, the longer it's going to take. So I want to show you how to train your Pokemon and change the attacks of your Pokemon. So you can see here, these are your team. There's a training little logo on the right. You're going to click it. It brings up a training interface here. Now this is purely how to level up your Pokemon. So I'm gonna drag, just for example, actually no, I'll drag Pidgey. It'll be a good, better example here. Pidgey is a normal flying type. Rattata is obviously a normal type. So when I put when I put Rattata in here, there's actually a normal type bonus in terms of experience. If I were to put, let's say I put Pidgey down here. Actually, I can't put Pidgey, he's on my team. Let's say I put Rattata back here, and I put Vulpix here. Because Vulpix is a fire and Rattata is a normal, I get experience, a little bit of experience, but I don't get very much. So, and also, if I were to put another Vulpix in here, not only would it be the same type, but also be the same Pokemon, so you get even additional experience. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put Pidgey in the mix here, because Pidgey will also, you can see Pidgey goes from level 5 all the way to level 6. Something else I want to show is move learning. Same principle in that this is the move, so if you hold it you can actually see what move it is, and you can train your Pokemon to change moves. So right now I have Gust. If I wanted to try something else, I put Pokemon, up to 4 Pokemon in here. Same bonuses, type and same Pokemon multiplier kind of thing. They all factor into your success rate. So it's not guaranteed if I put this Rattata and hit start training that I will learn a new move. No, it's a 56% chance. Now if I were to have another Pidgey, it would be a 100% chance. Let's say I were trying to get a specific move on a specific Pokemon. If I tried, let's say 10 times, I'll start losing efficiency. So it will take more and better quality to get that special move to be a higher success rate. So we'll see that in time as we keep playing this game. But for now, I'm just going to worry on leveling up. So I'm going to go ahead and start training. You're going to see Pidgey tackles the hell out of Rattata, levels up, and that's about it. So it does a little more damage, a little more HP, etc., etc. And I think that's going to be a good place to stop. I'm going to play a little bit off screen just to grind a little bit. And I'm probably going to buy the DLC because I'd hate seeing 5. I want to see 8 and 9 there. I want to see more. But yeah, that's been the first episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, if you have any tips, you have any tricks, if you've had any shinies, any cool experiences so far in Pokemon Quest, leave them in the comments below. And if there's something you want to continue to see, show your support, show your feedback, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, leave a comment below, tell your grandmother, show your dog. Your dog's going to really appreciate this. But really guys, thank you so much for watching and have yourselves a fantastic day. Bye bye.